Hello everybody, and welcome to My Hero Academia, chapter number 360 review. This chapter is titled, Despite Everything. Now, last chapter we had some stuff that happened. Bakugo used his whole metal armor setup and all of his guns coming out of his back to help fight off Shigiraki, and we ended on a note that the big three are going to start their push to help defeat Shigiraki. And this chapter does not start out in this same place. It actually starts off with Shigiraki and Bakugo. Shigiraki is pinning Bakugo down to the ground with his foot, and he says, Izuku Midori was supposed to be here, right? So he's bound to show up soon. On that note, having my quirk erased right now is a blessing in disguise, because your corpse will be left intact. As he picks up Bakugo from the ground, yanks him up with his hair, goes around, kicks him in the face a few times, and eventually just holds Bakugo by his neck as Bakugo tries to fire off some of these shots that he's trying to fire off. And Shigiraki continues to say as he's holding Bakugo up, remember his sheer fury when I poked you full of holes last time? Yes, he'll have a lovely present waiting whenever he arrives. You once said you've always admired All Might's triumphs. Well, it's time for a reality check. Katsuki, Bakugo, as Bakugo imagines him just getting strangled by all of Shigaraki's growth factor hands, and they're just strangling him and ripping him into hundreds of pieces. And as he's thinking this, Bakugo sort of wakes up and comes to a realization. And Shigaraki, while Bakugo wakes up in this sense, Shigaraki says, no matter the heights you'll reach, you'll never be more than Izuku Midori's hanger-on, a minnow in all for one's wake. As we see Nejire coming up behind him and using her Nejire wave pike move to try to hit Shigaraki. Shigaraki sees this and turns around and holds Bakugo up, making Nejire have to reroute her power in order to not kill Bakugo. But as this happens, Shigaraki gets stabbed with two needles. And these two needles come from Tamaki, who is using his vast hybrid octopus plus mirage mode, making him sort of invisible in a way. But this octopus is pretty much stabbing him as he uses the Scorpus toxin to harm Shigaraki. As Tamaki says, eating bugs is all the rage these days. And I don't know about you guys, but eating bugs is not like the total fun thing. I mean, it's alright. It's not really all the rage. I don't know. He's just got a weird quirk. But Shigaraki sees that this venom comes into him, and he's like, oh, venom. As he makes a mouth on his body wherever he got stabbed with the venom, and this mouth throws all of the venom up as Shigaraki just yells, pathetic. After this, Shigaraki's growth factor quirk just does a whole bunch of everything, just exploding into a million parts. Tamaki has to run away, and Shigaraki, all for one, says, my body continues to adapt. Scurry away like insects. Nothing can bring me down. And while he's targeting Tamaki, Lemillion pops in behind him, permeates through some of these growth factors, and saves Bakugo, and he throws him up to Genis. And Genis catches him and presumably takes him somewhere. But now that Lemillion's here, he's like, here we go. And Shigaraki says, I remember your stupid face from Jakku. As Lemillion says, the name's Lemillion. I'm the hero on messenger and bodyguard duty. Count on me to fight off any of our villains who might try to crash our party, and to spread intel around without delay. They needed someone quick and mobile, and hey, that's me. And as he does some permeating things, he jumps around and says some more stuff. So why do you destroy? And after he says this, Shigaraki finally responds. He says, because the current framework has failed. And as he says this, Nejire uses her Nejire Wave Pike move again to direct some energy towards Togata. Togata grabbed onto this energy and sort of wrapped it around his arm as he goes towards Shigaraki and starts to say some more stuff. Oh, I get it. You've never had any friends. And as he says this, Shigaraki's just like, huh? And as he does this, Lemillion is thinking, I can get in close, sure, but on my own I can't deal any hard-hitting damage. That's why I gotta escort Hato's energy waves to point-blank range. And he actually says this time, otherwise, you'd realize there's plenty worth keeping around, as he directs that energy from Nejire and punches it right into Shigaraki's gut. As he continues to think, until Midoriya shows up, I'll keep Shigaraki on the ropes. We then cut over, and we're done with that for a second, and we get over to where Genis took Bakugo to. They land on the ground, and Genis is like, allow me to suture your arm, right arm, Dynamite. No delay, we still have need of your firepower. As he goes to look at Bakugo, and he's just on the ground, just looking and thinking with sweat pouring down from his face and mixing with all of the blood coming off. And Genis is like, your arm, please. We'll figure out something later. This foe is beyond any of us. He has surpassed all expectations. As he says, we're past the point of exploiting your previous encounters with Shigaraki. That stellar showing you've done enough. As we see Bakugo just look and said, right side, finger, faint. As he starts muttering more stuff to himself, as Genis looks and says, even now, this boy, despite everything, he's still. And that's where the chapter ends. We've got the last page sort of has Bakugo just looking over at Shigaraki at it, just a very in-depth look at Bakugo's face here, and that's the chapter. This chapter I don't think is a particularly great one altogether. I think one of the coolest moments is whenever Tamaki goes and injects Shigaraki with this poison, and after this, Shigaraki just makes it all just come out using a mouth from his body. And I like the Lemillion's whole idea of, I can't deal damage, so I'll use Nejire's energy and guide it to Shigaraki. I think that's pretty cool, but the whole thing of Bakugo, despite everything, he's still paying attention. It just doesn't really do a whole lot for me. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's really all that it's chalked up to be, if you get what I'm saying. But that's really all I've got to talk about this chapter. Another shorter chapter, about 15 pages, and very quick one to read through. But yeah, that's chapter 360. We've completed a full circle, everybody. Woohoo! I'll see you next time. This is Glowplasma231 out.